Welcome to the video. We started out strong. I just went ahead this morning and hit a garage sale that was right by my house. We can go through what I got real quick. I picked up a DVD Blu-ray player by Philips. It came with the remote, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. I also got a Toby Keith CD. I got Smurfs 2 on Blu-ray, sealed. Yeah. And then I also picked up this pack of Pokemon cards. They're all pretty much basics. They're not anything like crazy to write home about, but all of these were only $5. Figure I could probably flip it for 10 and make a little bit of money off of it. And then, yeah. All that's left in the bag is the remote. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, I bought a little bag of homemade cookies. A little girl was making cookies and raising money to build a fence for her horse so she can bring her horse home. And so she pulled at my heartstrings, and I saw a little entrepreneur trying to make a little money to make something happen. So I picked up these tiny little cookies for $2, $1 a piece. I hope they're good. All right, so what I'm gonna do with these Pokemon cards, I think I have 121 total cards. They're a mix of, basics and trainers and energy cards and stuff. Not too many energy cards, mostly actual Pokemon cards. So they're not necessarily like a crazy value. I didn't think so whenever I bought them. It was only $5 for the whole stack. I didn't think like there were going to be like a whole lot of holographics or anything in there. This one's like a holographic trainer, but it's a little damaged. But outside of that, they're pretty low dollar cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lot these out into packs of 10, put them in these card holder type little mini like polybag things, and then I'm going to label them. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to probably sell these for $2 a pack. So 10 cards for $2 a pack. I think that's a pretty good deal. People can grab themselves a few Pokemon cards, get started with the hobby. I'm not trying to like gouge anybody and, overprice these things because Pokemon cards are hot or anything like that. I just make a little money off them and move them in the booth. Okay, so I ended up with 10 assorted packs that come with Pokemon, trainers, and energies, and then one pack of just trainers. So if someone's looking to stock up on trainers, there's a 10 pack of trainers here. Each one of these contains 10 cards each, and they'll be for $2 a pop. I think that's a pretty good deal for some Pokemon cards. All done. All right, you beautiful cats and kittens, we're heading to another garage sale. We found one on Facebook that we're gonna go check out. It says it's a teacher's garage sale, so it's gonna be a lot of educational stuff, she says, in the post. But there was also a lot of DVDs, CDs, and what I'm most interested in is a box of VHS that she has there. I'm not doing anything. It's about a 20-minute drive to get there, so it is kind of a drive for just one garage sale. But like I said, I'm not doing anything, and that box of VHS intrigued me, so I'm gonna check it out. So that garage sale was pretty cool. I ended up not getting any VHS actually, but I did pick up a few other media items. I picked up this movie CD for John Belushi, The Best of SNL. These apparently are going for like 20 bucks on eBay, and I picked it up for $1. Then I got Blues Brothers, some more John Belushi in there. This one's sealed. I got a Deadpool, and I got Army of Darkness on DVD. And then I also picked up this Marvel Heroes DVD pack. It's got X-Men, X2, X-Men The Last Stand, Elektra, Fantastic Four, The Rise of the Silver Surfer, and Fantastic Four World's Greatest Heroes Volume 1 and Daredevil. So there is quite a bit of stuff in this one thing. I got all that for $1. And then for my Blu-ray Marvel collection, I picked up the Avengers with the lenticular cover there. It looks like it's in pretty good condition. Actually, I didn't even check the disc. I'm so silly. Oh, it's there for sure. It's all there and it's good. So we're adding that to the Marvel Blu-ray collection. And then I picked up Kung Fu, the complete first season, for $1. So I think that's a pretty good deal. all in all, I'm glad I came out to this one because I also saw a sign for a neighborhood garage sale just about a mile back. So I'm gonna double back and hit that. Well, I just turned the corner and found another garage sale. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit this. There seems to be a little bit of traffic backed up, but I'm gonna park and I'm gonna check out this one. While I'm here, that's a big negative on that garage sale, but they did have something cool. They had rock and roll trading cards, like Skid Row and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty interesting to see rock and roll trading cards, because I don't know, I guess it makes sense because rock and roll players are like kind of like, I don't know, I guess I don't know, it makes sense to me. It just does. Well, I am glad I popped into this place because I just this other garage sale I just landed on had a box of VHS for free. And just looking at the top, they had like all the Godfathers and stuff. So it looked like a good selection of stuff. So and I bought a couple Blu-rays off them. Kind of just, I was like, well, you know, they're going to give me this box for free, so I might as well buy a couple Blu-rays. So I spent $4, got a couple Blu-rays, Princess Bride, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original, and a box full of VHS. All right, next stop, I picked up these two 1983 Return of the Jedi drinking glasses. So those are pretty cool. They got C-3PO, some Ewoks on them, a whole like Ewok village scene, R2-D2 there. Yeah, so those are pretty cool. Just snagged this whole crate of records. There's a bunch of Elvis in here. There's a bunch of other stuff as well. Some of them are still sealed for $20 for the whole thing, plus the crate, plus because I could use the crate to put in my booth. So it's all great. It's all great. All right, neighborhood garage sale number 2 almost was a dud. I just drove through almost the whole thing and didn't find anything until I found one street that happened to have 3 sales on it, and I picked up this Dark Souls 3 hardcover strategy guide. So I think that's a pretty good buy. It's not in the best condition, but it was only $5 and they look like they're going for about 40 on eBay. So I feel like that was a good pickup. Next pickup was everything for $1 sale. So I went ahead and I picked up this Xbox Spider-Man. Yeah, I think it's just, yeah, the first one, Spider-Man. And this cool retro telephone. It's a little dirty, but if I clean it up, I think it'll be a nice thing for the booth. They say it works. All right, that garage sale, those 2 garage sales, those 2 neighborhood garage sales were pretty sweet. I'm heading home now. We're going to now evaluate everything that I got. I think I spent close to $50 at these 2 garage sales and then another $12 at the garage sale this morning. So I'm looking at like $60-something today all in. So if I can calculate what I brought in today to be valued at more than $60, then we have done well, which I'm pretty sure that's already the case. I mean, that Dark Souls book alone, a $5 purchase that easily I can sell for 20. So there's 15 of it right there off that book alone. So, and then the records, I mean, the records I can probably price at $5 a piece and they'd fly off the shelf all day long. I mean, they're mostly Elvis and there's some other names, you know, in there. I think Linda Ronstadt or something like that is in there. And so I think there's a good opportunity for sales on those records. And then it's all profit on those VHS. Every single one of those VHS that sells is going to bring in profit. So that is a definite good thing. So you guys can see the records that I picked up. Here's just a quick flick through. Got Linda Ronstadt, Malice in Underland, Nazareth, Steve Walsh, Stills, the 50s Greatest Hits to Remember, Arlo Guthrie's Alice's Restaurant, John Denver, The Best of 66, Life's Been Good to Me by Rod McEwen, the Dave Clark 5, The Best of Herman's Hermits, there's that band, Johnny Rivers Rocks the Folks, Yours Sincerely, Jim Reeves, another Rod McEwen, Judy Collins, Elvis, 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 more Elvis, 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 and Elvis. So there's quite a bit going on there. And they also threw in these 45 RPM adapters. There's quite a bit of them in there. I can lot those together in like packs of 5 for $5. And those will probably sell in my booth easily. I mean, I'm assuming they sell them online for packs of 5 for $5, you know, brand new. These are vintage ones. So we will see. Let's take a look at those VHS I got. We got some Full Metal Jacket, Godfather, Godfather Part 3, The Jackal, Clash of the Titans, Signs, Super Troopers, American Pie, Spider-Man, Three Kings, Happy Gilmore, Godfather Part 2, The Last Castle. Look at that. We got all the Godfathers in there. Let's pull some of these out and see what's underneath. I haven't seen what's underneath yet. All right. So underneath there, we got King Ralph, Contract Killer, Castaway, The Cowboys, Romeo plus Juliet, The Return of the Jedi, Marines, Eight Crazy Nights, True Grit. What are you? Orgasmo? That's a great one. Too bad it doesn't have the sleeve. Beverly Hills Ninja, another great one. Too bad it doesn't have the sleeve. Armageddon, Universal Soldier, The Return, Casualties of War. What is this one that's a shame? Oh, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. And Danny DeVito in Renaissance Man. All right, I think, you know, there's at least $2 to $3 on these tapes, I think. And this whole thing was free. So every single dollar is profit. So I also didn't realize that I already had the Avengers on Blu-ray, but this lenticular with the 3D DVD in, or 3D Blu-ray in it is definitely an upgrade copy, and I can go ahead and put this Avengers copy in the booth. And just talking about like the value of stuff, like the Dark Souls book down there, this guy looks like on eBay is going easily for $14, you know, paid shipping, or $20 with free shipping. So that's a pretty good deal. I picked that one up for $1. And here's a better look at those Return of the Jedi glasses. They're both the same. So this is the scene that is on the Return of the Jedi glasses. Picked them up for $5 for the pair. So that's $2.50 each. And I think I can easily put $8 to $10 on each glass for sure. Time to try one of those cookies from the first garage sale today. That was a pretty good cookie. You did a good job, kid. Honestly, the oddest purchase of the day has to be this phone. It was $1, so I picked it up. I mean, it was $1. If it was completely red, that would be amazing. I feel like this is not the receiver. Ew, gross. I feel like that's not the receiver that comes with it. So, but look, I mean, obviously there's a ton of cleaning that needs to be done. Gross. Well, that might just be worn off. Who knows? I'll look at it deeper. But it looks like a faceplate is missing of some sort. But, you know, it's fun. It's fine. I'll clean it up, and if it doesn't sell in the booth, I'll donate it to like a prop house person I know. That way they can use it in a movie. Been doing a little pricing on the records, and everything I'm looking up, things are looking good. Things are looking good. Like this Stills album, it's a promo. It says not for sale, so it's a promo. And apparently it's like $10, you know? $10 right there. And even at the cheapest, they're coming in at like $4. That's like really what this one's worth. And so it's like even if I make, you know, I sell, you know, what's that, 5? I gotta sell 5 of those? Is that 5 of the $4 ones? Come on, we'll get some Rod McEwen sold. People are gonna buy it because love's been good to him. Love has been good to him. Went ahead and tossed some of those 45 adapters into some of these poly bags. I think they look pretty good. We got 5 per bag. We got a couple different kinds. These 2 are the same kind, and then we got some different ones that just look different. I mean, I'm sure they all do the same thing, but they just look different. So I thought we'd do a variety of them. We'll start with these 5. We'll see how they sell. And if they sell out pretty easily, then I'll do the rest of them because I got plenty of poly bags and plenty more adapters. So I think maybe, I don't know, like $2 a pop. Because online they're selling it for 5 in a pack for $5, for $4.99 essentially. So if I do $2 a pop, then, you know, people who like or use vinyl, then that's a steal for them. I mean, that's exactly what, I mean, they were thrown in as part of the deal. So I might as well pass along that deal. Okay, so I finished pricing all of the vinyl, and here's what kind of cooked out. Most of these Elvis vinyls are actually, I don't know, I guess maybe most of them are worth about $10 at least. So that's amazing that there's a stack of these that are worth anywhere from, anywhere really from like $4 to $25 is in this stack. Now, this stack, all of these records, they're ones that came out to be $30 all the way up to, and you have to take these with a grain of salt, the high numbers. This is a sealed vinyl of Elvis's Kissing Cousins. And there's a listing for $400 in the sealed range. So I'm kind of catering on the higher end on these, and I might sell them in a different venue. I might take them to a different spot and not put them on the floor in a vendor mall where I can't watch them. These, the 25 and under, I feel fine putting them, in there and letting people get their Elvis collection on, because this is quite an Elvis collection. There's so many things about Elvis that are so funny when you go through his discography. Like he'll have an album called From Memphis, and then he'll have one that says From Elvis Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee. And then he says, like, I don't know, the titles of his albums they seem so similar that if you're a real Elvis fan, you're definitely on. You're like, oh no, that's For Everyone. We're talking about For Everybody. Those are two different albums. But I am extremely grateful to the couple who sold me this lot of albums for $20. Like, this guy has to have known what he had. And I didn't. I mean, I swear to God, I had no idea. I just saw a bunch of albums, thought I could get $5 a piece, off the albums. But I looked them up, and apparently they're worth quite a bit more than $5 a piece. And I told you that I'd tell you the moment I found out the status about Glass and whether or not it has, my short film, whether or not it has been accepted into the Tulsa Underground Film Festival. And here's that moment. I'm letting you know. And unfortunately, audiences are going to have to watch my film because it's going to be there. It's playing. I just got the email from them. And I'm excited. I'm excited for a room full of people to see it and judge it and completely hate it. Hopefully not. What a day it has been for, the booth, because those garage sales that just popped up on me, wow. I mean, talk about just following a whim. I just took a whim to go out to this garage sale because the listing didn't say anything about a neighborhood garage sale. She was just talking about her own garage sale. And so to pop out there and to find out that garage sale was a part of a neighborhood garage sale, and then that the neighborhood across the street was also doing a neighborhood garage sale, was just amazing. And then the deals I got, a whole box of VHS for free? Those vinyl? Are you kidding me? I was just talking the other day how I want to do more physical media. I want to be more of a physical media booth, and that includes expanding into things like vinyl, things like, 8-track, things, that more cassettes. Let's get more cassettes. And then here we go. This guy offers a deal. $20 for a crate of vinyl. Mostly Elvis. I mean, that's nuts. The rest of the deals I got today were pretty good too. I'm happy with it. So, all in all, it was a great Saturday. And I hope to bring that stuff to the booth soon. I got it priced, most of it today, so it's ready. It's already going to start. I mean, I might go tomorrow, but I might wait till Monday because tomorrow I'm not filming anything. So I might wait till Monday. That way you guys can come along with me. Well, until then, bye.